Hello, my name is Rachel Vex. I'm the founder of Educating Matters. Today is the start of Children's Mental Health Week, which is supposed to spread and cast a spotlight on the importance of children's mental health. In the backdrop of the front headline pages in the press yesterday, which were very disturbing and said that teenage suicide had almost doubled in the last 8 years, it is a topic that parents really understandably worry about. In fact, almost every day in the media there's another article about the impact of social media on children's mental health. I'm spending literally every day this week running talks all over the place in lots of different corporates on the topic of how parents can support their children's mental health, and particularly on how to be an emotion coach for your child. And this is all about helping children, and the same techniques apply for adults as well, whatever their age they are, to learn how to understand, manage and articulate difficult feelings. And everybody goes through different emotions at different periods of time. But how can parents best support their children? The trouble with emotions, and especially meltdowns in kids, is that it often in a parent triggers an emotion in them. And so it becomes very difficult to manage and respond in a very calm way. I want to just share with you one very simple concept. Now, when a child is behaving in a certain way, whether that's screaming, crying, totally giving you the silent treatment and ignoring you, whatever way they're behaving, their behaviour is a way of communicating that something isn't quite right. And quite often, when we're experiencing a difficult emotion, our amygdala takes over. That's the part of the brain that's sometimes known as the reptilian brain. That's the thing that puts you into fight, flight, or freeze mode. And often, the way that parents respond to that behaviour isn't particularly helpful. Maybe we start asking questions, trying to make the child feel better, which actually dismisses their feelings. Using any logical reasoning in that moment is actually quite ineffective. Your main job is just to help your child get back to feeling calm. And I'd like to share with you my absolute favourite analogy for explaining this. I've spoken about it before, but maybe some of you haven't seen it. And this is the analogy of an iceberg. So the tip of the iceberg up here is the thing that you see above the surface. That is your child's behaviour, and that's what the majority of people tend to respond to. The problem is, if you just respond to the tip of the iceberg, you're ignoring everything that's going on underneath. And that is the root cause of your child's behaviour, which, and the same like I said before applies to adults, the cause of your behaviour, of anybody's behaviour, is their emotions and feelings. So the first things parents need to do in that moment is think about the child's feelings and emotions and tackle that before reacting to the behaviour. And the main, most powerful way to do that is to use a technique that's called reflective listening, active listening, sometimes it's called emotion coaching. But what it's about is just stop what you're doing, observe your child, look at their body language, look at what they're saying, and just try to reflect and listen. And basically put yourself in their shoes, think about how they may be feeling, and just reflect that back to them. Your only job in that moment is to listen and understand and show empathy. And that's how you build a really strong, connected relationship with your child. Thank you very much. For further support, please see educatingmatters.co.uk.